What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer. Thought I'd do that Pendulum Magician deck profile. I did the gameplay video just like about a week ago, so it has been quite some time. But yeah, I feel pretty happy with this. It is 45 cards, which is a little untraditional for me. I usually try to stick to 40 only, but in a deck with a lot of kind of like bricks, quote unquote, it's kind of nice to have a bigger deck size so you draw into your play starter a little more, and you know, you get the idea. So we'll go ahead and go into the cards here. Nibiru, Effect Veiler, and Ash. I do run a Cross-Out Designator package in here. Because you'll notice there's not a lot of Pendulum Magicians in here. It's actually a very concise type of deck. It's all about just going into Crystron Halqifibrax first and then going from there is really the whole idea behind the deck. So you don't need to draw a bunch of Pendulums, which is pretty untraditional for, you know, this kind of strategy. The one Supreme King A0 as a scale 0 to search off of Supreme King Dragon Darkworm. It does actually come up. Getting a free scale is just too important. Oath Dragon, of course, is like the best scale 2 because it lets you add Harmonizing back to hand. Chronograph Sorcerer is just a free play starter because you can, you know, attribute it from like the Spell and Trap Zone to special summon out the Time Gazer Magician. I do run Acrobatic Magician, not for its effect, but it is a level 5 and it makes a 9, so very easy to go into Shen. That's really the only point of it being in the deck. It's a low scale, which is never a bad thing, because Pendulum Magicians, for whatever reason, just don't have a lot of good low scales. So yeah, this is the best option for that, in my opinion. I just talked about this card. You know, the Mecha Fan and Beast Cult Wing, of course, like that's definitely has to be in there, and that's why it's kind of nice to go over 45. There's just a little less chance of you drawing this card, because it does like kind of kill you a little bit. Double Iris Magician is a good high scale. It's like your main one. Also, if it gets popped, you know, you do get to search the time pendulum graph. Sometimes you want to search with Duelist Alliance, but yeah, I mean, in terms of the 8s that you can grab, like this is the one that you want to. Purple Poison is your main form of like awkward removal. You can crash into something to pop a card. Like that's will save you a whole bunch of times, especially when you think of you know, cards. I can't think of it now, but Imperial Order would definitely be one of those. But the one that makes you set them first, that's what this card is really good against, among a billion other things. Being able to pop a face-up card is just too good. The 3 Curtain Raiser, I should say. Free special summon, that's kind of the whole idea behind the deck. The 3 Harmonizing Magician, of course, it is the best card, you know, in Pendulum Magicians. Talked about Time Gazer. Creation Resonator is just, you know, part of your combo, as well as Despot 001. The 3 Puri Res Map to search out your Harmonizing, because you're almost always going to normal summon this card, go into Halqifibrax, and then go from there. And even if you have to Pendulum summon it, it's not the end of the world, because, yeah. The 3 Dragon Shrine, of course, to send the Darkworm. 3 Duelist Alliance, 3 Pendulum Call. This is pretty standard stuff, right? The 3 Dark Will no more and 3 Forbidden Droplets. Like, you definitely have to give yourself a chance going second in Pendulums, which is, again, the benefit of just, if you can make Halq, you can combo off, which gives you room to do stuff like this. 3 Cross-Out Designator, the Infinite Impermanence to go along with this, and then the Time Pendulum Graph, like I've been talking about. Let's go into the extra deck here. I do run 1 Baron de Fleur, the 1 Shen, Borreload Savage Dragon, Psyframe, Omega. This one's alright. I mean, this is kind of a flex spot, but it can be pretty cool. I mean, you're going to bust out 3 hard negates. You can either make Shen, or technically you can also make this to your opponent has 1 less card in their hand, which could come in handy, I'm sure. It's really the reason why I run it. The 1 Herald of Arclight and the Cupid Pitch. Those are the Synchro lineups. This is all part of the combo. Run 1 Zeus, because I do run Tornado Dragon and Castle the Sky Blaster Musketeer. This is kind of silly. I mean, this is an old card, but I can't tell you how much it's helped me. I mean, just this is like the one form of removal that you don't have in the main deck. So being able to shuffle a face-up card can literally win you duels or help you go into Zeus, so whatever comes first, right? Like, these are all just decent forms of removal. And, you know, the powerhouse of the deck is you're behind your boss monster, so it gives a little bit of extra flexibility here in the extra. Access Code Talker, Appaloosa, Nightmare Unicorn, Mecha Fan and Beast Auroradon, Halqifibrax, and of course IP Masquerena. Going on into the side, Evenly Matched, very high impact card. Harpy's Feather Duster, the 3 Lightning Storm, 3 Joel Knockbird, 3 Artifact Lancia, and then the 2 Nibiru, because you already have 1, right? You don't have to put 2 more in there. But yeah, that's a pretty standard deck profile. Well, this is not a standard deck. This is pretty strange, but it does work. I highly recommend it. If you have no idea what this deck does, go check out my gameplay video, and it'll become very clear. It's very straightforward, very simple, and a very fun way to play Pendulum Magicians. But yeah, other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.